PUDcast is recorded before a live studio audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PUDcast with Jason and Mike. I'm Jason.
I'm Mike.
And we're coming to you from the Pud Cave, located here in Game Swap in beautiful downtown Lincoln in the great state of North Carolina. Mikey, brother, what is going on?
2020 is here.
Brother, the first show of the decade of the year, and here we are. Here we are. We made it. We made it.
Yeah.
2020 vision.
All
Hey.
right.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to be over?
What, 2020?
No.
Yeah, next year. Oh, boy, howdy. Broy, howdy. Broy, howdy. Mike, man, how was your New Year's Eve, brother? How was your New Year's Day? How was your New Year's in general, man? What's going on? Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
I mean, we were together for the first part of the night.
Yep. Yes,
You know,
sir.
we watched the apple drop quick.
The Maypop drop. No.
Oh.
Boy, howdy. But it's 7 o'clock, man. It wasn't even at 8 o'clock.
7.
7 p.m.
Almost missed it.
Yeah, I thought it was at 8.
Yeah.
I really did.
I did
yeah.
too. Until I heard somebody at the coffee shop say, "Hey, 15 minutes till it drops." What?
Dude, it's 6:45.
What?
It's like, what are you saying?
Uh,
And come to find out, man, I did hear from some people that the reason it was to 8 because people were supposed to stay an hour after the drop and, like, you know, dance and
why?
who knows, man? Everybody left. I mean, why not? I mean, the apple
Once it
dropped.
drops.
The apple dropped.
Once
See
it
ya.
drops.
Bro, everybody and people got out of there, dude.
Yeah.
That was what was tripping me
Yeah.
out because the DJ was still going. You know, there was still some music being played, but Broy, howdy, they
No
found
countdown.
out, man. No.
No countdown.
My niece was there. She said that she was up closer. She thinks that the mic actually went out. I don't know. I
Really?
don't know. But apparently, I think they tried to do one,
Okay.
and the mic went out, so they weren't able to do it. So it just dropped, man. I mean, everybody's, oh, hey, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, even like a WWE crowd, they don't have a mic. They know how to count down.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know, we still tried it. I mean, after it hit the ground, 4, 3, 2, 1. But no, it was fun, man. It's cute. It's cute, dude.
It's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
And there was a decent amount of people up there.
Oh, yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, Mike, I'm just always kind of on the fence with how I feel about it. I think it's cool, and I love our town. I love how we cater to the family environment.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
you know, man, we want the kids to be able to get home and everything. And we want the kids to enjoy it just like the adults. But
My kid didn't go to bed till after 12.
most don't.
Don't
man.
judge me.
Yeah, good going, Mike.
Don't judge me.
Boy, you getting a
My
DSS
kid.
call, buddy.
It's my kid.
They're going to be showing up to Game Swap Monday.
My kid.
Mr. Payne, we hear that you let your child stay up past 12 o'clock. Yeah, y'all get a life. But anyway, yeah. Man, my whole thing is why not just raise it back up?
She likes Steve Harvey too.
Hey, man, who doesn't like Steve Harvey?
Right.
You know, come on, man. Steve Harvey's awesome.
Right.
I don't know, dude. I just think y'all ought to lift it back up. Just do it at midnight, dude. I mean, why not, man? I mean, we have adults in town, too,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, like, look, man.
We have adults here.
Yeah, and people have no problem with people shooting muskets, and I don't either. I like the New Year's shooters.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're cool with that, shooting guns, like loud, thunderous guns around your kids, why not just stay up to midnight uptown? I mean, there's places to drink if you want a couple beers or whatever, you know, man, why not?
Let me ask you something. I know we might be treading on some.
Nobody listens to us, Mike.
Listen, we might be treading on some shaky ground here.
Like, so nobody listens. I mean,
Speaking of guns.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Have you gotten the invites yet?
Oh, yeah, man, I'm a member.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm on it. Yeah, oh, God, I wasn't going to put that out there. Yeah, I'm a member.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Really? Why not?
Because
You don't like guns, man? You don't like your God-given right?
No, I
As an American?
I have nothing against guns. I just don't think they're coming to take our guns.
I don't know, brother. I don't either for the most part. You know, we're not getting too political here.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
obviously.
No.
I consider myself to actually, you know, well, speaking of not getting too political, I do consider myself to be a liberal to a big degree. Maybe more libertarian than liberal,
Right.
but definitely socially very liberal. But my heart is right leaning or just straight up to the right issue is the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
I think the Second Amendment is maybe the most important issue. Once again, don't come after me.
Right.
You know, and we're not getting too deep into it.
No.
I don't know, brother. I mean, there does seem to be a push on certain extreme factions of the quote unquote left that would like to see him
There always
be
has
taken.
been.
It always has been, brother. But we're in a very different climate today, politically speaking. Now with social media being what it is, with the president who he is, there's a lot of extremes going on that could actually pass as mainstream now. And I think it's better just to go ahead and make sure, hey man, we're locked in. We ain't got to worry about it. Send a message. You can go as far to the left as you want to on this and that, but this is one thing, man, that we're not. Like I said, dude, I'm a pretty big pro Second Amendment guy. I don't think it's my only issue I'd vote on, but it's up there, brother. It's always been up there for me.
Or
and
they
I'm not a
coming
gun.
to take your guns away.
I mean, you never know, man. You just never know.
No.
I want to make sure that it can't get to that point.
There is no possible way.
Don't never say never.
Never
brother.
say never, but
Trump will never be president.
Come on.
Hey, dude. I'll say this much about Donald Trump, and then I'm not saying anything else about the man. When that son of a gun won the presidency, I will never say never again, across the board. Whether that's on one side or the other, I'll never say never again because I was completely like, oh, okay.
So
wow.
Here's my thing.
Now listen here, Reverend.
So here's my thing.
You know this ain't the good
I hear
news.
what you're saying.
Oh, come on now.
Right.
I know what that means.
So you can't. So you can't get the guns away from the criminals, but you can get them away from the non-criminals, right? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see how it can work.
Now, I did not come prepared, so I don't know.
Right.
And somebody out there, well, no, that's not right. I mean, I'm sure if we ever did get a listener, it'd probably be that asshole. But I think there was some city somewhere, man, maybe up in Michigan or something, where they did pass an ordinance like you couldn't have guns in the city. I mean, yeah, I think
Dodge City, Tombstone.
No. Well, no,
we're not telling you can't have your guns.
We wouldn't have.
You just can't have them in town.
I mean, dude, Tombstone was for real. That was a documentary, man. My whole thing about it is I do like the fact that we can, as one thing I like about the Second Amendment page on Facebook, and yeah, man, it's blowing up, brother. I mean, it's and like I say, I'm on there, and I have a bunch of friends that are on there as well. The thing I like about it is,
but is it just a meme page?
No, and that's what I was. You just read my mind. I was just going to say they've actually made rules and told people don't do that on
right.
This is for adults, real adults, not 50-year-old children. This is for people who legitimately care about this issue and want to make sure that this issue is taken seriously and not memed out. Not if you talk about like a quote unquote civil war. Or yeah, we're going to shoot up the Democrats, any of that stupid bullshit, then you're out of here,
right?
Which it needs to be. Or if you're just going to put a bunch of memes, or selling guns, man. Apparently that was a big problem too. It was turning into a marketplace.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually, very pro Second Amendment, but I don't like the idea of just selling guns on Facebook either. I don't like that at all. That's, not getting political over here.
Right.
I'm kind of a centrist, man. I mean, I really am, but that is my biggest right-leaning issue is guns, and I think it's a good message just to be like, hey, just in case, because, man, here's the thing, Mike, in today's political climate, I think the days of the moderates are unfortunately getting behind us, and I don't like that, and I hope somehow or another it circles back around to where we can start getting more moderates.
Right.
Like I said, man, when our current president won, I was like, well, shit, I'll never say never again. And a lot of the forerunners on the Democratic side do all tend to be very pro-gun control. And, man, here's my thing with gun control and some of the talking points. It can go from assault rifles, which, dude, they're talking about, like, these rifles that you can barely hunt with. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once you start getting into that language, it gets kind of weird. And there are people out there that want to see all guns banned, dude. And I'm not for that because just like you said, criminals will always have them. Look at drugs, man.
Yeah.
I'll say this much going once again into politics. Drugs, guns, and abortion, you know what they all have in common? They're going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
The best thing we can do is try to regulate them and try to, to a degree.
Yeah.
Obviously to a degree. So that's my stance. But yes, man, I have gotten the invite. Yes, I have joined.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm going to the meeting. I'll say that much. I don't think I'm going to go to the big meeting they're having. But no, I do support the Second Amendment. I do support some common sense regulations to a degree. I think if you have a history of violence, like real history of violence, I'm not talking about if you get in a fight one night or shit does happen, man, But if there's certain, I think there could be certain things. I mean, hell, man. I mean, we all have the constitutional right to vote, but if you're a felon, you lose that right.
Right.
I mean, I think there are certain things, but all in all, yeah. I mean, I think we not only should be able to own guns, but I think we should be able to own whatever the hell we want, as long as. And I know, man, it gets muddy, brother. It does. I mean, nobody wants to see mass shootings. Nobody likes that. Nobody's over here like, oh, nobody cares. I mean, nah, man, it's not about that. But I think
I'm at the point now, where I don't want to step into a mall.
Nah, dude. I mean, I don't want to put too much of my personal life out there, but where I work could be dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's actually we've had certain emails go out in case something like that would happen. And Mike, I mean, I hear it, dude. And it's one of those. It's muddy, brother. It's like, but I think, God damn, man, how did this happen on the podcast?
I know, right?
It's supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, man, we're getting heavy here. But since we're talking about it and putting it out there, I think there are a lot of people. I think when you start getting too far over to the left or too far over to the right, man, you start losing sight of middle ground and common sense. I really do.
It is. That's good. Common sense.
Common sense is the big thing here, and I think a lot of people on the left, in this issue particularly, just this issue, I think they want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, as they say, and they don't want to look at the bigger picture and the bigger issue, Mike, because just like I know, guns have been around since the beginning of this country.
Right.
Guns have been around. Man, people had guns at school back in our day. I mean, you went to West Lincoln High School. I know people had gun racks and rifles and stuff on school property.
Yeah.
It's just within these last maybe decade or so is it turning into an issue where we're having it being more and more commonplace. Not saying we didn't have things like that happen back in the day. We did.
Well, I mean, does it fall back on us? I mean, I know we're getting even deeper here.
Oh, Jesus, man. Here we go. Welcome to the PUDcast.
Does it fall back on us? And when I say us, I mean...
Society.
Parents.
Yeah, man, sure.
Right from wrong, absolute right from wrong.
Mike. I mean, I'm not a parent myself.
Right.
Obviously, I have parents. Obviously, we all do. We want to be here. Dude, I've always heard, well, if somebody's bad, it's bad upbringing. Man, I've known some pieces of shit that had good parents.
Oh yeah.
So I think what it is, this is just my opinion. I don't know, brother. I didn't come prepared. I didn't was going to talk about this shit. I thought I was going to talk about David Crockett and Bob Cottle. That's what I came prepared for. But I think, man, a lot of it has to do with social media, making the world smaller. I think bullying has gone to a next level. Cyberbullying, brother. I've said, I'm gonna get deep as hell with you guys here right now. So, Puds, if you're listening, man, you're about to get inside the mind of Jason Finger probably more than you want to. I don't know, man, if I could have made it through social media back in my youth. I don't know, man. I may have been one of these kids that went into the mall, or I may not. I may have killed myself, brother. I'm just going to put it out there, man, because there was depression. I fought depression all my life. And, brother, if when you got bullied and fucked with at school, you left it at school.
Right.
You at least got to go home. You had friends, but, man, can you imagine somebody bullying you and fucking with you and then posting it on Facebook, posting it on Twitter, tagging you, to where not only are you getting fucked with by the bullies, but now you're getting fucked with by people in other countries, other states.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And then if you want to put on top of that our diets with all the hormones and different things in our food, and put on top of that having depression and being in that time, probably being put on some sort of medication, which I think is the absolute biggest issue.
Yeah.
That's me personally. I don't know. I mean, goddamn, man, that's what we're looking at. It's not a gun thing; it's a society thing,
right?
And man, even the whole bullying thing. Yeah, I mean, we need to stop that. We need to make sure it doesn't. But here's the thing about bullying, Mike. If I wasn't bullied, I don't know who I'd be today,
right?
Because I took it and be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm hitting the gym.
Yeah.
I'm going to toughen up.
Yep.
It's a fine line, Mike. It is, especially like I said. I think our diets have a lot to do with it. I think the bigger
you think, I'm gonna put this out there as a little side note. You think it's the fact that we don't have the comic books with the Charles Atlas
absolutely
in the very back of it?
Absolutely, a little motherfucker kicks sand on you, or a big motherfucker. You're like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm getting me a barbell and some protein powder from them. The Atlas book.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna kick. Sand on you, motherfucker.
Yep.
I think there is a little bit of that. Mike, something else. It seems like as much technology and as big as social media is getting, the world is getting bigger, but I think our social circles are getting smaller, man. I think it's isolating people.
Yeah.
You know, because back in the day, brother, like I was awkward as shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if I didn't have people like you know, people like David Hayes, I put him over. You know, you guys were, you know, Chris Stowe, even as far as the wrestling thing. Hey, man, get your ass out of the house. Come here. Come to the club. Meet some like-minded people, man.
Yeah.
Some of these people that we would see in the clubs that were really cool probably weren't the coolest in high school. Let's just call it what it was.
Yeah.
But in these scenes, they were, and you're like, hey, man, these people were like me.
Yeah.
You know, they're not the big jock. And no, don't get me wrong, man. I'm not saying I was bullied by everybody or like the jocks were bad guys. No, man, I had friends across the board. I knew cool people. I also knew assholes across the board. But dude, imagine though, if like myself back at 17, 18 years old, if I could just sit in front of a computer screen and just type how much I hated shit all day and have other people enable that were just like me, instead of getting out, socializing, saying, hey, man, it's a bigger world out here. In other words, man, the smaller or the bigger the world's gotten through social media, I think the smaller our social interactions have gotten. And I think that on top of the drugs, on top of pharmaceuticals, when I say drugs, I mean like the ones the doctors give you. And I think our diets too, brother. I think there's so much chemicals.
Misdiagnosis.
Dude, everybody's got ADD.
Right.
Everybody's got depression. Everybody. Well, okay, I'm 30 pounds overweight. I never leave the house. I eat shit all day. Well, here's a pill.
Yeah.
That'll fix it.
Yeah.
No, what'll fix it is get your diet better, get your ass outside, get some fucking physical activity in.
Yeah.
Guess what, brother? You'll feel better. You will.
Yeah.
You will. But no, let's give you a pill. You know why? Because it's easier. And
quick fix.
It's a quick fix. And there's also money involved.
Right.
The pharmaceutical companies, brother, they get paid mad. And I mean, I'm a capitalist. I'm a free market guy. But, I mean, you got to call it for what it is, too, brother. I'm not blind to that. And, well, anyway, man, next week on the podcast, we're going to talk about abortion. Or some shit.
After school specials.
Yeah, man. Jesus. Well, fuck, I just want to go home and cry.
So, yeah, New Year's.
Yeah, well, my New Year's was pretty fun.
You want to talk about Iran now?
Oh, God, no, don't. Oh,
Oil.
My God. Oh, my Jesus, man. Dude, let me tell you about my New Year's Eve after the apple drop.
Yes.
Because I actually had a pretty cool time, man. The VFW here in Lincoln had a concert or a show, a party.
A shindig.
It was a shindig, if you will, man. Two really good friends of mine, Rick Tack and Kendall Davis, who have played together in bands for 30 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, and man, and it shows.
Right.
These guys are the absolute pinnacle of musicianship. Kendall's a drummer. Rick's a bass player, a tremendous bass player. And both of these are good friends of mine, man. Don't get to see Rick as much as I get to. Dude, me and Rick ended up talking. It's a trip, man. When me and Rick get in the same room, we're both bass players, so we talk a little bit of shop, but then we also just talk about the old days.
Right.
And, so good seeing him, man. And Kendall, too, obviously. And I'm trying to get those guys to come on the show. In fact, man, me and Rick talked about it for a while, and Rick's like, man, you think we could bring our acoustics up there? And I'm like, yeah, you know, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Goddamn, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And they were playing with Shane Willis. Now, do you know Shane?
Yeah.
You know Shane. He went to West Lincoln, I believe, didn't he?
All of them did.
They did.
All of them did.
Actually, Rick went to Lincoln. I think Kendall went to Lincoln for a while. But then
Rick went,
Then they transferred, Local guys, man, local. But just to kind of give you some backstory, especially on Rick, man, you know, he was the bass player in Coyote Joe's house band.
Yeah.
Brother, not any Maypop's going to get that gig, brother.
No,
I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's the man. Kendall's the man.
Yep.
Gary, I didn't know Gary. Gary's a guitarist. Not familiar with him. I got to meet him. He ain't a Maypop either, brother.
Oh, yeah.
And Shane Willis, dude, is tremendous, man.
Yeah.
And basically, I was I'm going to be honest with you, Mike. I was thinking it was a different show, though. I knew Shane did more country music, or what I call pop country, or modern country. I think it's a good description of the music. Not really my style, brother. Not going to lie. I'm not a big modern country fan. And I thought it was going to be a kind of a double headliner, because Rick and Kendall are known to play like heavy metal. Yeah. But what it was is they were the backing band for Shane. So the whole concert was more or of that genre of music.
Okay.
One thing I'll say, brother, I'm not a fan of that style per se. But live, with these guys, it was a damn good show, brother. It was damn good. Not only was it it was a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
I'm over here digging it. I remember me and my friend Jeremy who went. He's the same way. We were talking about that during the show. He's like, you'll never catch me listen to a Luke Bryan CD, or a Luke Combs or anything like that.
Florida, Georgia.
You're not going to hear it, brother. Right. And they actually covered some of those people.
Okay.
And dude, they jammed it. Yeah. I mean, and it was cool, man, when it's live and you got that energy.
Yeah.
Because, like I know, Mike, it's not just about the songs. It's about that showmanship as well. And they had it in spades, bro.
Wow.
And it was a good night, man.
Yeah.
Had a real good time. Like I said, those guys were jamming. Rick is an amazing bass player. Me being a bass player, I tend to focus on that. And just hearing the runs and the things like he does, it's like, damn, man. And Kendall's just jamming. They had a steel guitarist, man, who was phenomenal, keyboardist who was phenomenal. The whole band was just 10 out of 10. It was a great night, man, but I'm going to tell you, Mike, I don't drink anymore.
Right.
And I haven't had a drink in over 3 years now.
Yeah.
I was probably the only person up in there that wasn't drinking.
I can imagine.
It was a bring your own bottle type deal. Yes. Man, there were some boys in front of us at another table. They were straight up passing the mason jar around.
Oh, wow.
Up, buddy, yes. But, man, it was no issues, no fights.
Yeah, that's good.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know in Lincoln. You never know in Lincoln. I love my town. I love the people in my town. And you definitely saw some of the same faces you would see.
Right.
There's some definite people that kind of go to these functions. Sometimes shit breaks out, sometimes it don't. But I got to tell a quick funny story, man. And I'm not gonna put any names out here or anything. But like I said, I met up with some friends of mine out there, and some other friends of ours were coming, and they came in a little late.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm not gonna put any names out, man. But it just tripped me out. But we're kind of looking at the door, and they got there. Like I said, they got there a little late. It was a couple. I'll put that much out. Well, the woman comes in and goes, "Woo!" and like throws up the devil signs and points at us. And my friend Jeremy, I'll put him out here. He reaches over. He's like, "Man, so and so just got here. She's already the drunkest motherfucker here."
Oh, God.
Something like that, man.
Yeah.
And it was fun, but man, it was a blast, man. Those guys are great. We had a
How
good
big
time.
was the hair there?
Not too bad.
No?
And brother, I'm not gonna lie, there was some scenery up in there.
All right.
There was some. There was like my buddy. He was like, "Man, you need to hit on some of this up here," because him and his wife were there. So obviously he was like, "Hey, man, you need to get out there, man, trying to be the wingman," And I was like, "Brother, you just don't know in these environments, man, because
you don't.
If you're in Charlotte at a bar or something, you can kind of assume everybody's single,
right?
Or here, man, you hit on the wrong one." And there's some big boys up in there too, man. Big old country boys drinking moonshine. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I ain't looking to get
I
ain't looking to get my ass kicked on here. I don't want to go into 2020 with a busted eye, man. But all in all, man, it was fun. Like I said, Shane Willis put on a great show. Kendall, the Mojo Mafia, as they're called, did a great show. Want to get Kendall and Rick up in here. I like to get all them guys. I like to get Shane up here too. I like to get the whole band in here if we could. And yeah, man, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's the first time I've really done anything in probably about 5 years.
Yeah.
To where I actually got out and stayed up past midnight. But being the only sober person in the house, brother, as soon as that countdown hit, everybody said Happy New Year's, I hit the road. I was like, I got to go, man.
Apple dropped.
Apple dropped, brother. So am I. The apple dropped and Jason's dropping.
Yep.
I'm out, man.
Yep.
It was fun, though, man, and I enjoyed it. And
no bit of the bubbly.
Oh, brother, it was being highball. But like I said, everybody's having a good time, man. Nobody got out of line. There was no... Because like I said, brother, you never know. You never know. I've been in some bars around Lincoln and stuff where shit gets tense, man.
Right.
I mean, I was like, oh, shit, Not really my thing, but it was fun, man. It was. Enjoyed it. And, yeah, like I said, we want to get those guys up here.
Well, I tell you what, just a rock's throw from the VFW over there. So the Wow Factor Party Pavilion.
Party Pavilion, brother. Just right there.
Right.
Walking distance, man.
And this will be, and you'll hear this, obviously, on Sunday, but Saturday as we do this, we're getting ready to do the first pay-per-view for USA Main Event Wrestling.
Absolutely.
Which will be, it's going to be, I don't even know how to describe it because it is so overwhelming to think about, how it all began and where it is now.
Yes.
In a matter of
months.
6 months.
Yeah, and dude, we've only been doing this for 3.
Right.
This is our 3rd show.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't this our 3rd one?
Okay. Sure.
I think it is. I think this is only our 3rd show going in, and you know, Mike, like I've always said, even when I was a manager for the MWF back in the day, or even before the MWF when I was a manager on the circuit, even, you know, going all the way back to the very beginning, I've always had the butterflies, man. Always. I've never had a show. I never got comfortable.
Right.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that. You know, I like having that little bit of edginess. Like, I always considered it to keep me on my game.
Right.
You know, I mean, I always say, man, the day I went out without the butterflies was the day I needed to quit doing it.
Right.
You know, the day I got comfortable.
Yeah.
I can say beyond the show, I'm talking our first MWF show. I'm talking about my last MWF show. I'm talking about the first show I worked as a baby manager with you to the heel manager the first time on the circuit. I've never been more nervous and had more butterflies than I do today. Yes, man. This is Fight TV, brother.
Yeah.
This is pay-per-view.
Yeah.
This is the real deal. And, you know, Mike, once again, just kind of peek behind the curtain, you know, me and you are doing double duty tonight.
Right.
We're also going to be doing a lot of the production work on the fly as far as camera angles, things of that nature. We're going to be conducting some interviews.
Yeah.
And, man, to say I'm not 100% comfortable with that, you know, I have the butterflies for that alone, not even talking about our commentary.
Right.
You know, I have butterflies across the board. And, you know, I'm not trying to put myself over too much here and there, man, but I've taken a pretty hands-on approach to the production.
Yeah.
You know, I've been up there,
Absolutely.
you know, trying to get everything ready. So I guess what I'm trying to say, Mike, if something goes south, you know what I'm saying? There ain't a lot of people, brother, that are I can pass the buck to.
Right.
You know, so man, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm like, oh God, if this doesn't.
Yeah.
If we have something happen with a camera, if the sound goes bad, if anything happens on the streaming side, oh shit, man.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Tupac. All eyes on me. You know what I'm saying?
See, I feel a little more relaxed about it because of, you know, the stuff that y'all have done.
We've put in some time, bro.
Yeah.
We have.
You know, and honestly, it's not that much different from what we were doing on the Facebook Live.
It's not different at all, really.
The thing I'm always nervous about, and I talked to you about this the other day, if I slip and
cuss.
That's the biggest thing for me. That's what I'm always nervous about.
I tell you, brother,
if I let something go.
Even in my personal life, believe it or not, you know, even in my personal life, I'm trying not to cuss as much.
Right.
And this is a lot of the reason why, you know, just to try to have that habit. That's another reason I like those butterflies, though, Mike, because it keeps me. I about slipped up once. I came real close, and I even cussed on the wrestling wrap-up show last week.
Right.
And then I also try to watch myself. The difference is, man, I tend to get a little bit more caught up on that show. You know, in other words, I'm in character. I am going to be in character. So usually when I'm in character, I'm a little bit easier with it. But yeah, even in my real life, and I think I even told you, I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to try to quit cussing so fucking much. So right there.
There you go.
Yeah, right there, dude. It's a hard habit, brother.
It is.
Cursing is a very hard habit to break. But yeah, it's. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, there's a lot of different things.
I do it more here on this show than anywhere.
I do too.
Yeah.
To be completely, I don't do it at work.
I think it's more just getting frustrations out than anything.
I think it's actually a good, just let it out here.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you punch a pillow instead of a person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you need to punch something, but it's better to do it to some, you know, in a controlled environment like we do here. Right. Which is why we quit the Custom for the Kids campaign. It's like, look, dude, we got to get this thing out.
Yeah.
Especially with doing the wrestling show and doing the commentary. It's like we need an outlet, and
we need a punching bag.
And this is it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike, I'm with you on that as well. Like I said, dude, there's a lot of, you know, and Chad Scott, the owner operator of USA Main Event Wrestling, brother. Let me tell you, you know, I know I was putting myself over by spending some time and putting some work into it, and man, this guy is on it, man. But the only thing is, man, Chad puts me over hard.
Yeah.
He puts me over hard. You know, he's like, Jason's the man. He's doing this. And I'm like, oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
If it goes south, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no. Mikey's doing it too.
Shit.
So if it
Shoulders.
if it goes bad, Mikey did it.
Oh,
if
yeah.
It goes good,
if it goes bad,
Mike did that shit.
You could guarantee it was on me.
If it goes good, yeah, man, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
No, I'll at least share it with you. Mike's like, dude, I didn't even push a button. Yeah, no, man, you did that shit.
That's what was wrong. You didn't push the button.
You didn't push the button, motherfucker. No. But no, dude, with all that being said, just like you were saying, brother, I'm looking forward to it. I can't believe it, Mike. I mean, I've told everybody, every chance I've got, you know, it's like, hey, man, how you doing today? I'm doing good. By the way, did I tell you I'm going to be on a pay-per-view? I mean, it's actually kind of becoming a running joke with some people. It's like, yes, you've told me you're going to be on a pay-per-view.
Right.
Did I tell you it's going to be on Fight TV, the same station that has AEW and NWA and MMA? Yes, Jason, we know you're going to be on pay-per-view. It's like, did I tell you can order it on Fight TV for $9.99? I mean, you know, across the board.
It's like the network.
Just like the network, brother. Just like the network. And, you know, Mike, that's one thing I would like to tell to the people out there listening. If you don't get a chance to catch it, like, in other words, if you're hearing this on Sunday and you didn't know about it.
Yeah. If we haven't told you yet.
If you haven't heard it yet, which, where have you been, you can still order it, man. It's going to be able to be ordered. I think, I'm not 100% on this, but I think you can order it for a week after. So you do still have time to order the pay-per-view. You can still watch it. And if you download the app on your phone or on your PC, you get a $10 credit. Hence, you get it for free.
Right.
You just got to download the app and get the credit. So you can't beat that, Mike.
What if I download it on my phone and watch it while it's going on? I'm doing it.
It'll be on a delay.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, you can actually.
I just watch myself doing the thing that I just did.
It'll screw you up.
Like, hey, check it out. I just did that. I just did that.
I tell you, man, yesterday.
Hey, I just did that too.
Just to kind of give you a little behind the scenes, you know, a little shooting on it here, man. We actually got a live stream yesterday, and dude, it was screwing with me because we had the live stream on one screen, we had the real time going on the other.
Yeah.
And I was getting confused, man. I had two different sets of headphones, one for the live, one for the stream, one for the real time.
Yeah.
I was discombobulated, man. We couldn't get audio in one of the speakers because I had the headphones plugged in.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was all over the place. So, man, I gotta go take a break. I'm scattered here, man. Yeah. But yeah, it was screwing with me.
Oh yeah.
Because we were trying, man. We were running all kinds of tests, dude. It should sound and come across great.
Okay.
It better, because my God, man, we busted our butts on it, busted our asses. I can say that
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We busted our asses.
We're on this show.
A different show. We did, man, and like I said, dude, I got to put Chad over on that because he has put a lot of time and money and effort into this pay-per-view.
Yes.
And I also want to put over some of the workers. I don't want to get that too far behind the curtain.
Right.
I don't want to break kayfabe too much. But there was some guys up there last night. Only thing I'm going to say, I know it's Sunday. I know it's in the future, or in the past, I should say now. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, order this thing because I've already got to see a taste of what we're going to see tonight. And Mike, brother, it's going to blow the roof off this place, brother. It really is. And I mean, we got some great talent, man. We got Shane Andrews coming in. We got Keith Mack, the party starter, coming in. That's your main event in a lumberjack match, dude. These guys. I can shoot, so I can actually put Keith over on this show, man. These guys are both just tremendous. Man. Everybody on the card is tremendous, dude. Yeah, it's going to be money well spent. Yeah. That's all I can say, dude. Sure. It'll be the best $10 you can spend by far, and we haven't even done it yet, and I can tell you. I can tell you that. Well, Mike, we were commentating tonight. That's what we were talking about. We're going to be the commentators. Might be a good segue to go into today's subject while we still have some time left. We're going to lead the political gun discussion. Yeah,
we's taters.
We're going to put the gun discussion to rest. We're going to put the putting over the USA Main Event Wrestling Show to rest. We're going to put the Shane Willis and the Mojo Mafia plug to rest, and we're going to talk about pro wrestling commentating teams.
We's taters.
Yes, we are the taters tonight. Mike.
Yes.
We actually had a show 6, 7, 8 months ago, give or take, on Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon.
Yes.
That was all we did. So I highly suggest for people to go back and check that one out. I thought that was a really good show. It was a spotlight show.
Right.
I think it's also a good team to start with.
Okay.
I mean, to me,
It's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You know, the Reverend Doctor, a good friend of ours who does the good news, which, man, we need to start thinking about that show at some point. Man, good Lord. A lot of irons in the fire here, brother.
Right.
A lot of irons in the fire.
That's right.
Dude, he listens to the show, and he listens to the wrestling show. I don't know if he's going to get the pay-per-view or not, but he's been watching the last shows we've done.
Yeah.
Dude, he gives us the best compliment anybody could ever give us. And he is like, hey, I hear you guys are the Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon of Lincoln County.
All right.
Or as I like,
crazy.
Dude, I know I use the heart emoji a lot. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But that one, it means more for that one than anything else.
Calm down, Ryback.
Dude, I love Ryback. Ryback TV. Okay, damn it, Mike. Now, if you haven't watched Ryback TV on YouTube, it's not real TV. Well, look at there.
Stupid.
Yeah, thank you. Ryback TV is awesome. He's funny. He's great. I'm a mark for him. He's over, whatever. Okay, but it's not real TV. It's Ryback TV on YouTube, so he doesn't get the TV title. Look at there. Anyway,
It's on a tube.
Jesus Christ. The internet. Anyway. Why not just give Ryback the TV title? Well, he's on TV. I watch him on my TV.
Ryback TV.
God damn it, man. But it's not real TV.
It's on tube.
I got a great Facebook page. You know, man, speaking of Facebook, never mind. I was dude, okay. Nothing.
What?
I was going to bitch about people on Facebook.
Okay, do it.
We ought to talk about commentators.
We
man.
should. We are.
Dude, there's certain people on Facebook that will shit all over whatever you post, man. There's no such thing as just putting something up for fun anymore.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say, man. That's all I'm going to say, dude.
I got you.
Dude, I put up something last night, man. It was like 40 things you didn't know about me. And I try to be kind of whimsical with it, you know. This one guy, and I kind of...
I got straight stupid with mine.
You did, and I thought it was hilarious.
I just went straight stupid with it.
I LOL'd. Well, somebody posted, like, hey, yeah, good luck with the password hackers or some shit. The guy, I don't even really know him anyway. Kind of knew him back 10 years ago where I worked.
Right.
But it's just like, really, dude? Dude, really?
Shut up.
Just stop. Just take it to the house, man. Can't even post something, you know. What the fuck is in there that would even have to do with my password? I'm not putting what my password... really?
Purple!
Jesus, man. I think one of my answers was like pizza and the other one was the Humpty Dance. So, yeah, man, that's really what I'm going to have my dance. Dude, let's just forget for a minute that what the fuck do I got that anybody's going to want to hack into? The PUDcast? You want to hack into the PUDcast fucking site? Because my bank account ain't shit. I'm broke. I'm broke as motherfucker.
Password 12345.
Yeah, why not, man? Why not? Oh, good luck with the hackers. Dude, if you hacking me, then you just practicing.
Yeah.
You practicing for something for real, man.
Yeah.
But you can't put shit up, man. Dude, I'll give you another example. Whatever, man. I mean, the dude's all right. He's cool, man. I don't really even know him, but whatever. Oh, good luck. Okay, thanks. Wow. But anyway, man, this is other guy, and he is a friend, and he may actually listen to the show, so I don't want to shit on him too bad. But speaking of politics and Trump and this and that, I posted this picture of a steak, and it was like really well done. And it's like, if you know people like this, you need to unfriend these people or something. You know, just saying, you know, don't overcook your steak. Oh, it looks like a Trump supporter. I'm like, motherfucker. Yeah. Okay, it was.
Where does that come from?
It caused somebody's thinking too much about it. Dude, I've always said
I don't see the link. I mean, where's the...
Because Trump supporters suck, and people who have their steak cut like that suck, so it must be a Trump supporter. That's where it came from. Here's one thing I'll say about Donald Trump, man. I'm not saying if I like him, if I don't like him, I'm not going into that. Everybody knows that he's a real estate guy, but he's got more real estate in people's heads than he's ever had in land.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say that
for sure.
I mean, when you see something like it's a funny meme and you go straight to that.
Does he like his steak overcooked?
He eats McDonald's, man. I mean, I don't fucking know.
I don't get that. And I see it a lot on Facebook, you know, and it's from both sides.
Oh, it's both. It's both, man. It's both. No, I tend to pick on the left a little bit more. I'll say this, oh, goddamn. Here we go. And I thought, man, we dodged a bullet with Chris Eisenberg the other week, and my God, here we go. We just jumping in. It ain't the Matrix this time, man. Yeah. It's like Human Shield. Pow. We're going to grab them all. I tend to pick on the left a little bit more because they do tend to come across a little bit more self-righteous and elitist to me. Mm-hmm. Well, we're the great ones. We know more than you.
Right.
Ha, ha, ha. We're the
intellectually superior.
We're superior in every intellectual way. We are woke.
Right.
We're self-righteous. I talk about it on Facebook all the time
Right.
as they go out in their Cadillacs and shit like that. The right tends to be a little bit more grounded to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me.
Ooh.
But I mean, yeah, man, we love Trump, but at least they're more. They don't think they're smarter than anybody,
No,
Some do. Some do.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Some do.
I always see we talked about some of the most overused phrases of 2019.
Oh boy.
Snowflake being one of them.
Oh boy, howdy. Howdy.
What was the other one?
That's the big one, dude.
That's a big one.
That's the big one.
And I had made a list up. I don't think I've got it on me of different overused phrases.
But here's something else.
Mud show would be one of them.
Yes, man. Woke. Woke is used a lot, man.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I'll say about the left. Kind of picking on the left, dude. Because I do consider myself a liberal, but I do lean right on some things too. Obviously. I don't lean that far to the left, but I do lean a lot to the left. One thing about the left that kind of aggravates me is they don't come up with their own things, man.
Right.
Like Snowflake, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
That was a right thing that on the right side of the political spectrum toward the left. Because you're a special little snowflake. Now you'll hear them. Oh, you're a snowflake. That's my thing. It's kind of like come up with your
yeah.
Well, like when they came up
rubber.
With, yeah. Seriously. Oh, I'm not a snowflake. You're a snowflake. Ha ha ha. It's like, no, man,
you're
come
glue.
up with, yeah, man, it's like come up with your own shit, or it's like,
I know you're, but what am I?
Yeah, you're a snowflake. And here's my favorite one. Here's my favorite one though. You're a snowflake, and the president is orange.
Orange guy.
He's an orange man. Ha ha ha.
Cheeto.
He's a Cheeto. It's like, dude, I would almost vote for the son of a bitch just because of that. I ain't saying I will vote for the son of a bitch, but that's almost a Cheeto. That's the best you got. Dude, this is the same side of brought us.
Cheeto. Trump. Right there behind you.
Yeah, and you're a snowflake. Ha ha ha.
No, I'm serious.
Oh shit! It really is. The annoying orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's kind of my issue with that. And dude, this is the same people that brought us the all-time meme classic teabagger. I know they can do it, man. They got it in them. They can do better than, oh, you're a snowflake. I'm not a snowflake. You're a snowflake. And he's a Cheeto. Ha ha ha. I mean, no, man, you're stupid. Anyway, man, goddamn, we probably lost listeners.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's somebody like, well, he is an orange Cheeto.
I think just both sides are just incredibly dumb.
When you get
gullible.
It's when you get, yes. Well, they want to think they're right, Mike.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of narcissism in that as well from both sides. Well, I know more than you know.
Right.
Once again, dude, I too tend to pick on the left a little bit more because there are things that's going out so the left are more educated.
Right.
And I think that's truth. I think they have more college degrees, also have more college debt as well. A lot of
Very
people.
little common sense.
Very little, man. I hate to say it. Oh, goddamn, I'm going to piss people off with this one, brother. I'm a fan of education, obviously. I think more people should get education. I think, here's the thing, man. Universities, colleges are businesses. They want your money.
Absolutely.
Which means that they may have to lower some standards to get everybody's money.
Right.
I think if you're going to have a bachelor's degree, then you need to have a math standard. Well, I can't math, but, yet you have a bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
You can't do 7th grade math. I've seen it, Mike. I've seen it with my own eyes, brother. I'm not going into what I do for a living, this and that, or what I have done in the past. I've seen it. I've seen people with bachelor's degrees. I've seen people with master's degrees who cannot do 7th grade math.
Yeah.
But I'm more educated. I know more than you.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
The only thing I see is your $90,000 in debt.
Right. And that's the math, where the math comes in.
That's where the math comes in, bro.
Yeah.
That's also where the gullibility comes in as well. I'm not saying that people shouldn't get educated. I'm not saying you shouldn't pursue your goals and your and have the opportunity to do these things. I'm just saying I think it comes from a pretty big place of privilege to even be put into $90,000 in debt to begin with.
Yeah.
You know who you don't hear talking about student debt, Mike? You don't hear people in the hood talking about that shit.
That's true.
It definitely comes from a place of privilege.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but there's a lot of like-minded people in those circles that do tend to lean a certain political way, man.
Right.
It just is. It's not some grand conspiracy. It's not the Illuminati. I mean, dude, you see it on Facebook.
Yeah.
You see it on Facebook. How do you not see it in certain circles, man? In certain fields.
Right.
And you know, I'll put the Reverend out here for this. I'll put the Reverend Doctor's name out here for this one. He had a good example one time. He was like, in a community college, you have two instructors. You have two teachers, two instructors. One of them is a country boy, dips, goes hunting, goes fishing, this and that, probably leans to conservative way. You have another one who wears necktie or turtlenecks and the funny hats and smokes the funny cigars or the funny pipes.
Talking about the beatniks.
Beatniks, basically.
Okay.
Now he said, which one is the electronics engineering instructor? Which one is the English instructor?
Right.
And brother, I lived that as well.
Yeah.
I've lived it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's anecdotal. I know, because people on certain sides will be like, "Well, that's just anecdotal." What is anecdotal?
Arts major.
Say what now?
Arts major.
Ding, 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 brother. I'm just saying, if you're going to have a bachelor's degree, I think you should at least be able to do 12th grade math.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And maybe have enough sense not to get $90,000 in debt. Like I said, man, people in the hood ain't really bitching about that. Everybody's all about equal opportunity until they get that bachelor's degree in some bullshit science or some bullshit that gets them some job that has nothing to do with the degree.
Yeah.
Why not give that to people who just got out of high school, who would work their asses off for that opportunity to make that kind of money?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, there's a little bit of elitist there.
Right.
Well, my history degree in Japanese art, matters at my trucking company that I make $65,000 a year at. Whereas, homeboy who just got out of school, man, who can't afford to go to this shit, would be great at that job.
Yeah.
But stays in his place of oppression and shit. Okay, man, I got to get off my damn soapbox. Jesus Louise.
It's real.
Well, if you're still listening.
It's real.
It's real, man.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I mean, it's my truth. Maybe it's not the truth in general, but that's the way I see it, man. And you're going to have to really... It's hard to convince somebody who's seen shit with their own eyes, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff I've talked about, I have seen it, man.
Yeah.
I have seen it. And like I said, dude, I don't want anybody to think I'm a snob about it. If you have the privilege and the opportunity to sign a dotted line to go $90,000 in debt to get a degree that's not going to get you a job, but that makes you feel better about yourself and makes you think you can tell other people what to do, then go for it, man. That's you. Enjoy your party. Enjoy your 4-year party. Just don't ask me and other working people to pay for the shit.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right, brother. God. All right, man. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, Tony Schiavone and David Crockett, Mike. What do you think about those guys?
So you don't want to talk about Iran?
Oh, God, man. Iran so far away.
Oil.
I tell you, dude, I'm not a war person, brother. Only thing I'll say about Iran...
Isn't it funny, though?
Huh?
Isn't it funny?
It's not funny.
I mean, isn't it funny that
it might be a little ironic, but it ain't funny, brother.
The discovery of a new oil field...
It comes right when we have a bombing or an assassination. The only thing I'll say about this, anything that'll get the liberals to get anti-war again, I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Because when, we were doing that shit in the Ukraine and all of that shit over there, boy, they were a little saber rattling.
Oh, yeah.
When Trump was trying to remove some troops and stuff. Oh, we need war over there. Or we need an intervention. Now that we got Trump doing this shit, we don't want war. Okay, whatever makes those people go against the war and against intervention, I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Man. I'm cool with that viewpoint.
Yeah.
It's just weird how that works too, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of weird how that works. 1 week, saber rattling. Next week, we're seeing doves all over. I've always got the dove on me, brother. Always. Across the board. If you can pull us out, don't bomb people, don't assassinate people. I don't know all the details, Mike. I don't get into it, man. I got too much shit going on.
Yeah. It's
I'm
deep.
watching wrestling,
it's
brother.
Deep, and it's deeper than we even know.
I'm watching 9 hours of wrestling a week, man, without doing other stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into this stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know on either side. Maybe my doveness, my peacefulness, whatever you want to call it, man. Maybe it's what's the word? Maybe it's naive. Maybe I'm wrong on some of that stuff. Maybe we needed to be in in Ukraine. Maybe we need to be on our end. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just say, man, anytime that we start talking war, it's just like that page we were talking about with the guns, man, earlier. People over here talking like, Civil War, this and that. Do you motherfuckers not realize how goddamn serious that shit is?
Yeah.
Do you not fucking understand? There's people, it's the same stupid shits, man, that want a zombie apocalypse. Oh, man, zombie apocalypse coming, woohoo. You would be killed in one goddamn day. Not only would you be killed.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Seriously, man, whole Civil War, you're gonna be shot at, motherfucker. Your people. And dude, this quote unquote Civil War that people talk about, this quote unquote left and right, people on both sides of this thing might think they're right.
Yeah.
You don't go to war thinking you're wrong.
No.
Nobody has not there's never been a war in history where people thought, hey man, we're on the wrong side of this thing. Woohoo, let's go kill each other.
Well, we know we're wrong.
Yeah, we're wrong. No, man, that's not either. It's by manipulation, it's by brainwashing. I mean, somehow or another, these people think they're right and they're righteous, and then these people that get over here and romanticize the idea of a civil war. Dude, we're talking brother against brother. We're talking about people we know. We're talking about our friends that we just disagree with at Christmas time, our relatives, and they actually want to kill each other. And do you not? It's
the same people that romanticize Renaissance. The Renaissance era.
You would die.
You would die of dysentery because you were walling around in your own shit.
Man, if you made it to I'm 44, Mike. I would be an old motherfucking man, dude. I would be one of the very few that made it. Dude, that's why motherfuckers were having babies at 15 years old, because you were dead at 30. Oh, the Renaissance would have been awesome. Dude, you can do the festival, just, walk around looking like Robin Hood and shit. That's cool, man. Whatever. Eat your fucking turkey leg. I don't care, man. That's fun.
Titties hanging out,
I like titties. I like titties as much as the next guy, man. Right. That's cool. But don't actually want to live in the shit. Like I said, dude, it's the same goddamn thing as when I see people talking about a zombie apocalypse. The only difference is a civil war is possible. Once again, man, ever since Donald Trump won the presidency, I've always said, man, never fucking say never. Anything can happen. But God damn it, man, all these people talk this man, it kills me because when that Iranian thing happened, I went on Twitter. Oh boy, that was a fuck up. And man, I started seeing all these people like talking about not being drafted, going to jail, going to Canada, this and that. I'm like, but you are the same motherfuckers that were talking shit about kicking somebody's ass on Twitter not even a week ago. You'd be the first motherfuckers,
Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's not a video game, man. And I hate to tell you, but if you go to war, you don't get air conditioning. You don't get McDonald's that you hate from the capitalist machine. Yeah. That's keeping us fat as fuck. You know, I mean, damn it, dude. You know what? Fuck it, man. We're not even talking about commentary. I don't know what the hell we're gonna call this show. I guess the Bitch Fest 2020, Bitch Fest 2020.
Yeah. We're commentating on the world,
on social issues.
Yeah.
Dude, we should have brought the Reverend in for this one, man. If I'd have known this shit, Reverend, if you're listening, sorry, brother. We'll catch you on the next one for sure. Because I would like to get his view, man. Because the Reverend Doctor, man, who we've done the good news with. I said used to because it's been so long since we've done a show, man. This guy, man, I love the Reverend to death, man. And one of the things I really love about the guy is he's not partisan, dude.
Right.
He'll be the first to tell you both parties are bullshit. Terrible. And he also looks at world views as well. I don't agree with everything he says. A lot of the shit he says is controversial as hell, man. Right. But I don't know, man. I think he's pretty on point 99.9% of the time, and that 0.1% I haven't been able to figure it out yet. So just kind of give him a shout out, since we're talking about this stuff. But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's the world's crazy right now, but we're going into 2020 with Iran possibly. This whole Russia thing. Dude, here's something. Okay, you know what, man? Fuck it. Since we're pissing people off, I'm going to lose listeners anyway. As long as I don't lose my job. I hope if anybody at my job is listening,
No.
This is just, it's a show.
It's a work.
It's a work. It's all a work.
This is a work, but it's a work.
It's a work. It's a work. I'm going to talk about something very controversial. Something I know the Reverend wants to talk about. So when we get him back up here, either with the good news or on the podcast, whatever, we'll probably talk about this a little bit more. But there was the whole pedophilia thing that was going on in Hollywood and in possibly in Washington. They called it Pizzagate, Mike. Yeah. I know we talked about it. Now here's my thing. I don't know if it's real or not. Right. I don't know, man. I did look a little bit into it. I saw some things. I mean, these things could have been geared toward certain minded people. It looked sketchy as shit to me, man. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say. There was Democrats involved, so obviously there was a narrative on the left that it was bullshit, this and that. I can't help but wonder if Trump or a person associated with Trump was involved in this thing, if it would have been a whole different narrative. I'm not saying it would have been.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would have been.
Right. I got you.
But here's my issue with that. going into the Russia thing, because I'm still seeing people going Russia this, Russia that, Russia this. If Russia's doing anything, man, they're playing both sides. I'm not saying Trump's innocent or guilty in this stuff. I don't know, man. I don't follow it that deep. But my thing is, you can follow what they call Russiagate like it's gospel, but then scoff at Pizzagate.
Right.
But then do the same thing on the reverse. Oh, man, there ain't no Russia involved. There ain't, but Pizzagate's 100%.
Right.
That's the shit that kills me, man.
Yeah.
I think both of these things are absolutely possible. I think they're both nefarious. But these are the two examples that I look at, especially with Epstein now, Jeffrey Epstein, and with all that. The Pizzagate stuff has not aged well.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
No.
Actually, when all that happened, I actually went and searched Pizzagate on YouTube. I was like, I want to see if anything. And sure enough, man, there were comments like, oh, this isn't aged well at all. Oh, now what do you think?
Right.
You know, and the Russia thing, too, I don't know, man. I've always said if Russia is involved, I mean, who the fuck is Russia anyway? I mean, Trump's in Putin's pocket. I'm like, man, he's a self-made billionaire. I mean, I don't think he's in anybody's pocket. Right. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on here. I know it ain't cool if he is. Right. I know that.
Well, you know, like we've talked about before on the Good News show, there are always bigger pockets.
Always bigger pockets, man. Somebody
that we don't see,
that we will never know about.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not a Trump person per se, Mike. I'm really not. I know I've been kind of skidding around that. You know, I'll say that I did not vote for him. I'll say that.
Right.
I'll put that out there for what that's worth. Don't think I could vote for him, man. It's just something. I'm not saying I would. I wouldn't. I'm just saying as of right now, I don't know. I'm one of those people, man. You know, I'm one of those people that's just not solidified on either side of it. The one thing that I've gotten the impression of Trump is, I think the reason he has a lot of heat on him is because he's not in anybody's pocket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely. That's definitely. For what it seems like on the outside, for sure. That's the definitely what you see, the facade. You know, if it is.
If it is, yeah.
I just think there's definitely bigger people involved.
Oh, absolutely.
That make stuff happen and make sure they go into the course.
The plan.
Right.
And I think Trump maybe threw a monkey wrench in some plans, dude. Because, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know people disagree in different ways. Disagree. Like some people be like, no, he's Putin's puppet, blah blah blah. Or you have maybe people like the Reverend who's like, oh man, this has all been pre-planned like WWE. I think that he threw a monkey wrench in something because everybody's like, man, he can't win. There's no way he can win. And short, because see, dude, I'm one of those people. I still think that elections count. I do think they're real. There's a lot of people think they're a work. You know,
right.
I know a couple of our friends, man, who've been on the show before. We've had discussions like, man, it's all planned out. It's pre-planned. It's WWE.
Right.
I think that elections are real. I do think they count. I'm one of those marks, you know. And I think when Trump came out, dude, he was so against the grain that people are like, oh shit, man, this guy could really start fucking stuff up for us. You know, I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I don't know. I don't know.
I think the opposite. I think he's the guy that everybody needed.
What do you mean? On like the nefarious,
the big,
the shadow,
absolutely, to cause that unrest.
It's very possible, brother.
Because when you have unrest among the people,
well, ratings go up for one.
Yeah,
ratings go up, dude. That's one thing that people. It's so funny, man. When a Democrat's in office, and once again, dude, I do tend to pick a little bit more on the left than I should. But it seems like everybody's all, well, the media's fine, you know, this and that. But when or reverse, what I'm trying to say, man, the winds of change tend to go with the view of the media. Sometimes, like, you know, when Bush was out there and the weapons of mass destruction, the media's full of shit. They're lying to us. Obama gets up there. Oh, no, man, they're straight, you know. Here's the thing about the media, in my opinion, in my uneducated, uncivilized opinion here, the media's about ad revenue.
Yeah.
They're about their
absolutely.
Everybody's about their bottom line, man. Everybody has kids. Everybody has families. Everybody has their own needs and wants. Some are more than others, obviously. When you start getting in those circles, it's all about what cause ratings, man. I mean, dude, if everything was peaceful and everything was cool and there was nothing going on, nobody's going to watch the fucking news.
Oh, yeah.
And this 24-hour news cycle, dude, I think if anything has brought down our society, even more than social media, is that 24-hour news cycle, man. Back in the day, you got, what, 2 hours of news a day, maybe in the morning, in the evenings, you might get a little bit. You maybe had a newspaper, but most of that was fluff for your community.
Right.
It's the local dog show going on, or, especially around these small towns like where we're from.
Yeah.
And like I said, dude, I don't know, man. I think Trump was that.
I don't know. I think I'm about the age. I don't think you are too. Remember we got the 30-minute news, and that was it. Usually I think, man, you had an hour of local. You'd have your 6 to 7 and 7 to 7:30. I was definitely later. Later as the 90s went on, they start adding on, like another hour, 30 minutes, another 30 minutes, another 30 minutes.
Well, and now, man, the news starts at like 5. It goes off at like close to 8.
Yeah.
I guess I don't watch the news anymore, dude. I haven't watched news in years.
That's not far off.
Yeah, well, I it seems like I remember 6 to 7, but man, that was sports, local, everything. Then 7 to 7:30 would be Dan Rather, 30 minutes, but that was global. I mean, that was everything, man. That was your national global news.
Right.
Then you have PM Magazine or something that would come on at 7:30.
Oh, see, that's what I think I remember as more of the 6 o'clock news for 30 minutes. Then, like some filler, Dan Rather, PM Magazine, something like that. Then, like the evening game shows, like Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy.
Yeah, that come on about 7. Actually, man, I go from 7 to 8. So there you go. Yeah. And it might have been different for different networks. It seems like CBS went a little late. Anyway, man, bottom line is we did not get a lot of news.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't.
And now, dude, there's people out there, Mike, that's all they do.
Yeah.
Is they keep it on CNN. They keep it on Fox.
I think that was definitely like a post 9/11.
Yeah. It seems like it started because CNN really took off, and Fox News was still relatively new.
Right.
In fact, man, it may have just been a couple years old at that time. Maybe not even. I don't know. I never watched Fox News, but I know their ratings went through the roof.
Yeah.
And man, the people that watch Fox News are just terrible.
Yes.
I mean,
it is.
But really, it's terrible. And man, I used to watch Fox News because I did lean a little.
I know it's a term we use a lot and probably overuse it. Toxic.
It's toxic, man.
Yeah.
At one time,
they're a fandom of their own.
Yeah. Well, I know at one time, dude, I'd watch a little bit of CNN, I'd watch a little bit of Fox, just try to get a mix. And you could definitely see bias or leaning, maybe leanings.
Yeah.
But neither one of them really lied. They just spun it, but it was real news. It really was. So I kind of started watching more Fox there at one time because, like I said, I leaned a little bit more right, culturally speaking. Not socially speaking, there's a little bit of a difference there, man. More libertarian based, basically. And so I kind of started watching a little bit more Fox. And it's like, they're definitely, they're definitely leaning, they're definitely spinning. Well, man, I actually caught something. I was in the gas station, and they had Fox News on. Brother, they went from leaning to just straight up. Because like I said, I don't watch it anymore.
It's crazy.
It's nuts, man. And we keep CNN on. We used to keep it on where I used to work.
Right.
And dude, it's gone. It's not quite as far over as Fox has gone. NBC has. That's the Fox News.
All right.
CNN tends to be a little bit. They're left leaning, and they're also more kind of fluff too, man. They tend to put a lot more fluff in their stuff.
Yeah. And CNN, say like they'll cover a lot more as far as outside of politics.
Yeah.
As far as if there's a storm somewhere, they're going to be covering that storm a lot.
Exactly.
Any natural disaster, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But Fox and
Fox is straight politics.
Right leaning, right wing politics. Whereas MSNBC, one thing I'll say about MSNBC, dude, I think a while back they just said, that's what we do now.
Yeah.
I mean, like they didn't even try to.
No.
They're just like, okay, that's us.
Yeah.
And Fox, I think, is finally starting to. I mean, I respect that. At least you're like, okay, look, man, we're just going balls out with it.
Yeah.
Mike, dude, we never talked about commentators today, and we're actually running toward the end of the show.
Hey, we commentated the hell out of this one, didn't we?
I guess we'll call this one 2020 Bitch Fest, man. And just, well, hell, there goes my artwork.
2020 World News.
Yeah, man, the PUDcast.
Yeah. Weekly
Dude,
world. What weekly world PUD news?
I know. I just said
like the tabloids.
You know what I just said though? I was trying to make some kind of reference, and I said we're the PUDcast, and we really are the PUDcast.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to say something different, something new,
Oh,
and I said podcast.
okay. I guess I missed that.
I missed it too, brother.
Yeah.
That's the point. I was just like, hey, I guess we're the podcast. Wait a minute, we are the podcast.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
we
Jesus, Louises, man.
Pretty sure.
Well, I hope you guys are still listening. I hope y'all still like us. I guess.
Stupid.
Stupid. Oh, look at there. I listen to the podcast on my TV. They're on TV now. I guess we're on TV now, Mike. Anyway.
On the tube.
We're on the tube, brother. We are on the tube. And our show just might have went down the tubes.
Hey.
Once again, Mike, if you're listening and you didn't get a chance to catch us on Fight TV with the USA Main Event Wrestling Show, be sure to get that on Fight TV. You can still order it. You can still watch it for a week. Hopefully we'll do a good job tonight. Hopefully we'll do a better job on the commentary than we did on our show on commentators today. Just didn't happen.
We'll definitely back up on that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And, next week, man, I don't know how much I want to put out there.
Right. Yeah.
The podcast may be doing something a little different next week.
So stay with us, keep informed.
Yeah.
Through the Facebook and everything, and we'll let you know what's happening.
Yeah, because we don't want to put the carriage in front of the horse, but if it works out, the podcast could be doing something pretty cool next week. Yeah. Let's just
we'll talk about commentators.
Yeah, we'll talk about commentators.
We won't talk about them,
which will probably go into immigration and abortion. Right. So anyway,
absolutely.
Oh boy, howdy. Mike, anything else you want to end us with, or did we just
welcome to 2020?
God,
Papa Watas.
Or I thought you meant the year.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 2020 vision. Sure.
Hey.
All right,
we got
man.
jokes.
Oh, brother, and we need jokes after this episode. God Almighty, man! I'm trying to think if I can think of a joke to end us with. Let's see here.
All right, let me tell you one.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I got you one. Okay. So me and the wife are going down. It's a long country road. It's just one of our drives, and we get around each other for too long. We get kind of on each other's.
Sure, man. Just like me and you do, right?
Yeah, just on each other's nerves, and we'll take jabs at each other.
Sure.
And she'd got me earlier, so I figured. Now's my time to strike. I'm gonna get her with a really good one. So.
Like an RKO or something.
Right. Yeah. So we're driving down this road and see a pasture coming by. We got cows and pigs out there. Just wandering around. I'm like, man, this is good. This is a good chance to do this. I'm gonna get her on this one. So I was like, hey. Look over in that field there. There's cows and pigs wandering around. Kind of remind you of any of your family? She said, yep, sure does. In-laws. I was like, you dirty dog. You dirty dog.
Done.
Dirty dog.
Done. All right, man. God darn it. Well, next week on divorce court.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. Well, on that note, brother.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Dirty dog.
Damn it, man.
And not only that, David, I understand we're right at the end of our program.
No, we have got to go.
This has been a great event.
There's some people out there that hate us for this.